Kentucky State Police say a man shot a woman several times before leaving on a tractor. Now she's at UK Hospital, and he's charged with assault.
Thunderstorms blasting parts of central and eastern Kentucky. We're getting some much-needed rains, but a few of those storms are on the strong side. We'll put a track on all of them coming up.
This grandmother almost lost thousands of dollars after a frantic call from a young man she thought was her grandson. What to do if you get a similar call, coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5:30.
Good evening. A man is in jail tonight and a woman is in the hospital after a shooting this morning in Wolfe County.
The investigation involves multiple crime scenes, but state police say the shots were fired on Sandy Ridge Road near Highway 15 just outside of Campton. After the shooting, police say the suspect left the scene on a tractor. WKYT's Sean Moody has the latest on the investigation. It's our top story at 5:30.
Kentucky State Police charged Teddy Creech with assault. They say he shot Blanche Creech several times at her home over on Sandy Ridge Road. After that, they say he left on a tractor and she was able to drive to this house along Highway 15 for help. State police said they got the call shortly before 9 a.m. today. They say Teddy Creech had shot Blanche Creech several times at her home along Sandy Ridge Road here in Wolfe County. They say Teddy Creech left that scene on a tractor. Police say Blanche Creech was able to get in a vehicle and drive herself over to this house along Highway 15, not far from there, to call for help. A helicopter flew her to UK Hospital. State police said they caught up with Teddy Creech still on that tractor driving down Fallen Water Creek Road not too long after the shooting. They arrested him, charging him with assault. Police said they were still working to figure out the relationship between the Creeches. Neighbors said the two had been a couple but had recently split up. In Wolfe County, Sean Moody, WKYT.
At last check, Blanche Creech was in critical condition at UK Hospital.
We continue to track a breaking news alert out of Richmond where police say a woman was attacked and stabbed in broad daylight. It happened earlier this afternoon on Irvin Street near North Madison Avenue. Witnesses say they called for help after finding a woman walking down the street bleeding from her neck. She told police she was attacked by two men. We'll have the latest coming up on that situation on WKYT News at 6 o'clock.
Nearly 2 days after a huge fire in downtown Paintsville damaged several businesses and homes, investigators are still trying to determine what sparked the flames. The Spare Time bowling alley caught fire Monday night. Firefighters have yet to leave the scene and are still monitoring hot spots. Today, arson investigators got their first look inside the building. They were able to determine where that fire started. Investigators say they are still interviewing people and want to look at the rest of the building before issuing a preliminary report.
We've got some hot spots that we're trying to get put out and extinguished. All the debris that's laying inside the building is kind of hard to do, and we're using our aerial truck so we can bring the water from the top.
Firefighters say Broadway will remain blocked at times until they get that fire completely out.
A big change coming in the temperatures and rain hitting much of the bluegrass. How long will it stick around? Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. He has an early look at your forecast.
Yes, pretty good thunderstorms out there this afternoon. Sam, those storms dropping a lot of water in a short amount of time. Defender tracking these slow-moving thunderstorms. Got a report out of Richmond of an inch of rain in 30 minutes. That can cause some stream and street flooding. Slow-moving showers and storms, Sandy Hook, West Liberty, Sayersville along the Mountain Parkway. That's where we're seeing the strongest little clustering of storms here, where Morgan, Wolfe, and Magoffin County kind of comes together there, right on top of the Mountain Parkway. Additional showers and storms back into parts of Stanton. Here we go into downtown Richmond, where we're likely to see some rises on creeks and streams here. Thunder and lightning with this lightning hitting a transformer a little bit ago. So parts of the bypass and Irvin Road into Richmond are without electricity right now, courtesy of that lightning strike. Some of those rains back into central Kentucky, but look what's lurking to our south and southwest. A lot of heavy rain has been falling here between Lancaster, Danville, and Stanford. Watch the creeks and the streams with that. Slow-moving showers into parts of southern Kentucky. We've got additional rounds of storms that are on the way as we go through the next few hours. Whatever's out there is coming in slowly but surely from southwest to northeast. So heavy rains that we're tracking right now. And guys, when I come back in a few minutes, we'll look into the weekend that turns October-like. That's in a few minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you. A death investigation continues today after a man was found dead in the woods with an arrow wound. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Martin County. Police say Brad Mead left his house early Tuesday morning to go bow hunting in the woods. His body was found about 3 hours later. His death has been ruled an accident. Police think Mead fell on his bow while it was loaded with an arrow. His body has been sent to Frankfort for an autopsy. A man accused of dealing drugs close to a school answered to the charges in court today. Police say Larry Helton has a lengthy criminal record and was arrested again this week after police say he had a gun and was dealing drugs near a school. But Helton argued with the judge in court today, claiming he's becoming a better person.
I finally started trying to change my life around. I had a bad habit at one time, I can't get that at property, so I can get out and feed my dogs and get my landlord's making me move, and I'm going to have to get my stuff out.
The judge finally just entered a not guilty plea and set a preliminary hearing for next week. Police say Helton was convicted of drug offenses in 2003 and 2007. In Bell County, police are looking for a man who they say stole a donation bucket from a restaurant. According to police, the man in this video walked into the Dairy Queen in Middlesboro last night just before 11 and stole the Salvation Army donation bucket from the county. Anyone with information on who the suspect is asked to contact the Middlesboro Police Department.
Someone is $2 million richer today. A Frankfort convenience store sold a Powerball ticket worth $2 million from Saturday's drawing.
The Kentucky Lottery says they've had 6 Powerball winners of $1 million or more so far in 2015. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain talked to the family who owns the store about the big win.
Hopefully you won the winning Powerball.
The winner of Saturday's $2 million winning Powerball ticket was sold last Thursday at the Triple R Mart on US 127 South in Frankfort.
Actually, we found out by a customer. They're saying some store in Frankfort won, and we were like, okay, that's great. And then the next day we found out it was us. So we were excited.
The winner came forward yesterday afternoon to claim the big prize and asked to remain anonymous. After taxes, the winner was paid $1.38 million. The winning ticket matched all 5 white ball numbers in Saturday's Powerball drawing. This ticket would normally be worth $1 million, but the player paid an extra $1 on top of a $2 ticket for a feature that doubles the winnings. Frankfort natives and brothers Jeff and Steve Reardon opened the Triple R Mart with their dad back in 2008.
The Reardon family also wins big as they'll receive $20,000 for selling the winning ticket.
Jeff's wife, Laura, hopes the family knows the big winner.
It could be one of our regulars, and I hope it really is. So that's what we're most excited about.
In Frankfort, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Now, if the player matched the Powerball, they would have won $133 million.
She did what every loving grandmother would do, try to protect her grandson, who she thought was in serious trouble. But as you will hear, the phone call that caused her to panic was not what it seemed to be.
I said, what's wrong? What's wrong? Well, I've been in an accident, and I have 2 black eyes. I broke my nose, and I have stitches.
Genevieve was panicked when the person claiming to be her grandson told her he had been in an accident and hit another car. What happened next?
Now you have to talk to this gentleman. He's going to talk to you.
The second person claimed he was an attorney who needed a payment to keep Genevieve's grandson out of jail.
In order for him to not have this record and not have a jail sentence, you're going to have to pay lawyer fees.
The unusual fee, $9,000 in iTunes cards. So Genevieve immediately went to a store to buy them.
I was so scared because he had me so scared, that you'll just ruin it all. You'll have to stay in jail.
If they tell you to keep it a secret, let that be a red flag. Call and verify the facts that they're telling you. Don't be quick to act, be quick to think.
I cannot believe that I fell for this.
In this case, Genevieve's family happened to stop by her house, and she quickly realized her grandson was at work, not in jail.
Postal inspectors suspect the men on the phone that was calling in were from another country. This story does have a happy ending. Genevieve's family quickly called postal inspectors, their bank, and iTunes, and Genevieve got all of her money back.
With the latest news on WKYT.com, join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
The Republican presidential candidates are preparing for another face-off, and frontrunner Donald Trump has made a request of the network airing the debate.
Bill Bryant has that and more in today's Bottom Line.
Good evening. As the Republican presidential candidates get ready to line up for another nationally televised debate next week, GOP frontrunner Donald Trump wants CNN to donate its profits from the event to veterans groups. In a letter sent to CNN and released by the Trump campaign, Trump says the huge increase in ad rates and expected high viewership for the debate are, quote, due 100% to Donald J. Trump. End quote. The billionaire candidate is asking CNN to do the debate as a public service and not as a way to make a profit. He pointed out that the first GOP debate on the Fox News channel mustered more than 24 million viewers. In Kentucky, State Auditor Adam Edlin's office today released several audits. Auditors found no serious problems when they looked over the books of the Laurel County and Casey County Sheriff's offices. There were also clean audits of the Knox and Franklin County Clerk's offices. Auditors did disallow some purchases made by the former sheriff in Clinton County. The United Kentucky Tea Party has sent a letter to Republican Congressmen Andy Barr, Hal Rogers, Ed Whitfield, and Brett Guthrie, calling on them to oust Speaker John Boehner. The Tea Party group says it is disappointed in Boehner in several areas, including health care and immigration, and says Americans have lost confidence in the House Speaker. Democratic nominee for Kentucky Attorney General Andy Beshear today released a 6-point plan he says would protect senior citizens from abuse and scams. He says he would establish a senior protection division within his office and set up a hotline where problems could be reported. Beshear is facing Republican Whitney Westerfield for Attorney General. Bill Bryant, WKYT.
The day after his debut on The Late Show, Stephen Colbert's premiere is getting strong reviews.
Some big numbers. An estimated 6.6 million people tuned in to watch last night's premiere. With guests Jeb Bush and George Clooney, the new host of CBS's Late Show covered everything from Hollywood to politics. The Late Show clobbered NBC's Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon and ABC's Jimmy Kimmel, which combined had less than 5 million viewers. Colbert's highly publicized debut followed his exit last December as host of Comedy Central's The Colbert Report.